Hey CCA parents, this is Miss Bear. Wanted to record a quick video showing you how to log into your student's new email address and get you oriented to Google Classroom. The first suggestion that I have is to download and install Chrome on your computer if you don't have it already. Chrome is a web browser, but it's made by Google, and since we're using Google websites, it should work the best. Other browsers will probably work okay, but Chrome and Classroom are all made by the same company. So go to whatever browser you have right now. I'm in Safari. You might have Firefox or Microsoft Edge, and just search for download Chrome and make sure that the result you're clicking on is from google.com and not from another website. You'll have a button where you can download the program for Mac or PC. Once it downloads, open up that file and go through the installation process, and you'll be ready to go. The icon will look like this. You can see it down here as I already have it installed. So you'll open it up for the first time, and then you want to sign in with your student's new email address. If you already have Chrome, you might see previous Google accounts. You can have multiple Google accounts and switch back and forth but pretty easily. Even though it doesn't say @gmail.com, it is a Google account. So I'm going to pretend I'm a student right now, and their new email address will be the first letter of their first name and the last name at ccastudent.org. Your default first login password is going to be, let me have it visible for you, Crusader1, and that's with a capital C at the beginning. The very first time you log in, it's going to have, some of this fine print for you to agree to, which is just fine. You can update with a phone number, a second email if you want to be able to recover a forgotten password or something like that. I'm not going to do that right now since I'm not really that student. And now I'm logged in as a student. The second thing that you want to do is get to Google Classroom. So there's a couple different ways that you can do that. First of all, up by this icon here, which is for your account, there's these little 9 dots that show you all sorts of different Google apps. And toward the bottom, you'll probably find one that says Classroom. That's one way that you can get to Google Classroom. Another way is by coming up to the address bar at the top of the browser and just type in classroom.google.com. Mine's autofilling because I've typed that address in before, and it tries to go to something I know that it knows that I've visited. Again, you're going to get this welcome screen since it's the first time logging in as a new person. And we're going to continue. You're a student. And normally students have to join classes with a join code, but the way that we've integrated with RenWeb, you won't need to do that. Your classes have already been synced from RenWeb, and you can see all of the classes listed with the teacher there. You can go into these classes and view your assignments. This is the main screen for Google Classroom. Also, a little side tip, another way to get to Google Classroom is to add a bookmark. I can go up here and bookmark this tab, maybe rename it Classroom instead of just Classes. And if I go into your Chrome settings, your preferences, and have it show the bookmarks bar down here, you can see that it's got that little button there. And then you can go to other tabs for sites that we might have you visit a lot and add bookmarks for those as well, so that button will be up there all the time now to quickly get to Classroom. So this is the main screen. You can see all your different classes. You can also see upcoming assignments. They'll be posted here as the teachers start populating their classes. Things that need to be done and when they're due. So let's go into a couple of these just to show you what the different parts of the classroom look like. You can post things to your class if there's some study aid that you want to share, as long as the teacher allows it. This first screen is called the stream. It shows you everything that's been posted from most recent to oldest. Probably the most helpful screen for you, though, is going to be the Classwork screen. Here you're going to have all the assignments, the things that we posted for you, arranged by topic, and you can choose just one topic here, like we're in chapter 16 about acids and bases. You can just click on that and it'll only show you the post in that topic, and you can see the things, the instructions and things that have been added to them. You can also view all the topics. Right now we just have one topic because we're just starting here. That'll have a quick idea of what's been posted. So let me show you some of the different types of posts that we're going to share with you. Back in the stream, it's possible that your teacher will just share an announcement, maybe a link, a PDF, something like that, but just something that they wanted to tell you. That will only show up in your stream. Other posts are going to be showing up in the classwork. You notice that announcement isn't on here at all, but all the other posts that I could see down here, even in the stream screen, is in the classwork stream, arranged by topic, and the order that they're in is going to be the order that the teacher has chosen them to be in. Drag and drop. I'm going to try to arrange mine for the things I want you to do first toward the top, and then it goes down. Some of the types of things that we could post are a material. That's what this first one is. You can see the icons a different color. That means it's not as critical, not something you need to do, but it is something that you might find helpful. It might be a video lesson that the teacher has posted. It might be, in this case, it's a PDF with an overview of the chapter, just to get the students oriented to what we're doing. So that's called a material post. It's helpful for you, but it's not something that you need to do anything with. Most of your posts are going to have this little clipboard looking icon, and that's an assignment post. So an assignment post has something that we want you to do, and there's a few things that you'll need to do when you look at an assignment to get it done. First of all, look at the title here. That might be enough to get going, and then underneath are instructions of specifically where to find what you're doing, and also probably an indication of what you need to do to turn it in. I didn't add instructions on this one because my students have done this assignment before. Let me go back to one that has a little bit more instruction. Again, you can see this is an assignment post because of that clipboard icon. And it's got a little more instructions, exactly what I want you to do, and then we're going to give you an indication of what it is you need to do to tell us that you've got this assignment done. So here you're going to submit a picture of what I've asked you to do, or create a document that you can attach that shows me the work that you're doing as you're reading this section. So that's the first thing you'll want to look at with assignments, what it is you need to do. Then once you've done it, you're going to come back to this screen and turn in your work. So you have a button over here to mark as done. That'll make the assignment look like it's done to you, but if you haven't followed all these instructions, it might not actually be done to where you can get credit for it. If you're instructed to submit by uploading something, you'll want to add or create. So that might be a file. You could take a picture of your work. If you're going to make a Google Doc, you can make it right from here and fill in your work as you go, and then be able to submit. Once you add something, this button will change. Instead of saying mark as done, it'll say turn in, I believe, or submit. Let me try to just link. There's nothing in the Google Drive. Let's just add this dummy file so you can see what I mean. Once it links here, you can see just the wording's changed, but the effect of this button is the same. When it says mark as done or turn in, it sends it to your teacher. To them in their list, it'll look like you've done something, and they need to check it and give you a grade or return it to you to make sure that you've done it. If you have a question about an assignment, this is going to be a great place for you to add a private comment that'll send a notification to the teacher so that they can get back with you to answer that question if you're unsure about what to do or how to submit it. One last type of assignment that you might see, let me go back to the classwork page, is this here. You're especially going to see this in your homerooms in order to check attendance for the day, but it also might be something that the teacher posts. It's sort of like an assignment, but it's just a question. You're going to answer it right here. You're going to add a comment about what it is, and then you're going to turn it in. Sometimes it's a multiple choice question, something like that. So that's the third type of kind of post that you'll see in the classwork section. You'll see a question. So pay attention over here to the due dates. We're trying to order and get you to complete the assignments in what we see as a logical order. You have the due times that they're done. That's set by the teacher. And you can see you've got maybe one or multiple things to do on one day, depending on how the teacher breaks it up, and then you'll have work for the next day. And you might be able to see that, but try to complete the assignments in order. The last suggestion that I want to give you is that you download the Classroom app on your or your student's phone. It's going to be an easy way to turn in assignments. So let me switch over to where you can see my phone screen. All right, so I've connected my phone screen. To download the Classroom app, you're going to go to your App Store or the Google Play Store, search for Google Classroom. Goggle. And it's this one that you want, the same icon that you see sometimes in Chrome. It'll say Get if you don't have it yet, and it's free to download. The benefit of getting this Classroom app is that you can log in, you can see notifications, especially our middle school and high school students will be used to getting notifications that they can immediately respond to that remind them of assignments or things like that. It's also going to be a great way to post work, and I'll show you why. So this is my Google Classroom. If we give me a moment to sign in. All right, so I signed in as that student. Again, you can see the same list of class that you had before. Again, with a quick preview on any of them that have assignments and they're arranged by when they're due. So if we click into this class again, you're going to see all the assignments. It's arranged the same way it was before by stream, classwork with things organized by topic. There's another pretty helpful section if you tap on this menu button up at the top. A lot of students like this to-do feature where it shows you from all of your classes at the same time the things that are coming up arranged by date. You'll notice sometimes there's that more button, all the things that are due Wednesday, so it'll show you not just the chemistry, but you can also see down here the other classes that are up. So if you haven't turned in an assignment, it'll be in this to-do section, and the assignments that you have turned in will show in the done section, either with a grade that the teacher's returned or sometimes not. So again, that's the to-do section there. Another thing I was mentioning about this being helpful is how you can turn in work, especially if your teacher's asking you to submit a picture. So you're going to swipe up on that little arrow to get your turn in button like I was saying before. And when you click on add attachment, you've got new options now to pick a photo if you've already taken a photo, or to use your camera to take a photo of a worksheet that you've done or something that's right there in front of you. So that's probably the main benefit of downloading this Google Classroom app. All right, let us know if you have any questions. I think we're all going to get used to using this app and get really comfortable with it in the coming weeks, and hope this has been helpful.